So it is now September 3rd, 2025. Several months later, I was been so busy this past few months, so I just forgot to update this. But I'll let you know. Well, I'm letting you know now how it went. So I finished with that project. This project that I was on. So here's what I did. So the 3 pages I had to memorize. It took me in total 2 hours and 14 minutes to memorize those 3 pages. And the first page took 57 minutes, the second page took an hour and 12 minutes, and I did that on June 29th, and the end product was due on August 5th, so that's when we filmed it. Basically, we filmed it at our homes like this, because it was kind of like interview style short film, so I did that, and we had a bunch of rehearsals. So my first rehearsal, we did on Zoom, and I was very nervous, as I usually get, and I tried to do it from memory, and I kind of blanked out a few times, but I did get through with it, try to be off script. Everyone else there, they kind of weren't off script yet, so I felt a little better that I was able to memorize it and took the time to do that, and even if I messed up, and I did have to pause a few times, because I was like, yada yada yada, and sometimes I did have to look down during my rehearsal, but we had about 3 more rehearsals, and then I got progressively better and better, and one thing I kept doing was looking down, because I was kind of confused about, like, are we supposed to look at the camera like I am now, or are we supposed to look away from the camera like you usually do within film, but it was interview style, and the camera was basically the person we were talking to, so I was like, okay, but the short film is about a tragic event that took place in an office space, and then I was a survivor of that. So I can't really say too much about it, but I did that project, and I did a really good job. I can't really insert clips. Maybe I can show like a quick silent clip of myself performing. It was a more emotional thing, so I was a bit worried about it, but I was able to do it, and the director didn't have any notes for me, so that's good on that. And yeah, but I did pretty good after that, and so that was turned in, and I'll put that on my resume and in my demo reels soon. But I did good on that, so I'm like, okay, I can memorize a lot more. And then I've had, since then, 2 auditions. I've been doing more crew work than anything, so, but since then I've had 2 auditions. I didn't get any, those are only 2 I've done, and I've reached out to other people for other things, but no one's gotten back to me, or they were like, we pick someone else, so, before I even auditioned. So I'm like, I don't look the part, I guess. These other 2 auditions, I'll show you. August 5th, I had another audition, I guess. And that was 2 pages, 200 words, 50 minutes it took me. Didn't get that one. And then August 11th, 2 minutes, 10 words, and that was an audition, and I didn't get that one either. Yeah, but I've been mainly doing crew work. I've had more crew stuff than acting gigs lately, so I think I prefer crew stuff, in all honesty, and maybe it's just me because I'm like, well, acting is kind of hard for me, but I mean, I'm going to still try to do more acting things, but I like crew work better. What I mean by crew is behind the camera. Currently I am writing my short film. I changed the title. It is now called The Cold Welcome, and I am working on that lately. I got some feedback because I'm kind of fairly new to writing, so I've gotten feedback and I'm going back and revising it, and I got more feedback that has led me to add more scenes to my script, but my plan with this horror short film, The Cold Welcome, is to direct it myself, and I'm also hoping to get it's going to be a big production, so it's not something like my home cooked meal short film I did, link in the description, but it's on this channel. But I'm going to have a team, I'm going to have actors, like, it's going to be big, so wish me luck on that. But I'm going to, basically, that's my first big project, and first of many, actually. Like I said, I want to direct and write more stuff, so I think that's my, I guess, calling card now. I prefer that to acting, in all honesty. And, but acting, I'll still do that, like I said. I still like film in all forms. Recently I've been a production assistant the past month or two, and I've been getting paid work off of that and non-paid stuff. But it's more so for me with PAing. It's about connections and learning. On these sets, I'm learning about. I'm being so serious in this video. I'm not this serious ever, but I'm never this serious. But I'm trying to speed up because it's already like 15-minute video at this point. Well, it's about 11 minutes. But anyways, so I've been told to jump around in my videos a lot too. Production assistant work, I've been learning what not to do within film and what to do as a director and what I would want in my project. So that's what I'm learning a lot. The experiences I'm learning, if even though PA work, people don't value that, or I personally am like, this isn't what I want to do forever because it's not that fun, you're just sitting around and not really helping or involved in the film process, like part of the main group. I want to be part of the main crew where you're right in the middle of it. Instead of PAing, you're kind of on the outside of it all. You're still helping, you're still part of the film, but it's not really as involved as I would like to be when it comes to film making. So, but I am making connections with a lot of people. I've struggled in the past to talk to people on sets because I'm a more shy, reserved person. So I've been trying to push myself and talk to people, and I've met a lot of people and made some connections. Some of them, I've met people and the connections didn't necessarily pan out, but I have met people who I will probably contact and work with them on my own project, and hopefully I can work with them on their projects as well. But it's more so a two-way street here. So, and I've been contacting people, and people are willing to help me. So just ask people. Don't be afraid to ask about things. I've asked about different directors' things, and they've been able to help me and show me resources and different people in film, and they've been able to help me as well. So this has all happened in 2 months. I've been probably in total. I've been in maybe 10 projects the last 2 months. So I've been quite busy. That's acting and film stuff as well. I was also in a documentary. I acted in a documentary. I can't say too much about it, but I was in a documentary August, or was it July? Yeah, but I was in that, so I've been in a lot of different things film-wise. I really like it. Unfortunately, I haven't found any paid work, so I still need a job. Still job hunting. I actually found out today that I didn't get the job that I interviewed for. So, it's fine. I didn't expect to get it. The job was specific to, people really good at technology, and I'm not that good at it, I guess, and they said the same. So, we move on, but I'll continue my job hunt. I'll continue my job search and do that, but right now I'm focused on film. Also, other news. I know so much news. It's been a long time since I talked to you. Okay, but other news, I am going to be a writer on a mock documentary about women's basketball, and you guys know I love women's basketball, so I think it's going to be fun. It's actually our first writing meeting is tomorrow, September 4th, so I'll be a writer on that, and I'm just hoping that, I can continue to grow confidence, continue to learn, and my short film turns out good, and then that's the first of many. I actually have other movies and TV show ideas I'm starting on, but one thing at a time. So I hope for big things with myself and my life, and hope I can be successful and different things like that. I know film and art, not too much money is made, and you need money to live, unfortunately. So hopefully I can have that success, and I can go with it outside of where I live, because the market here within film where I live is very small. But I'm going to tackle the local area, and then maybe venture out if that's possible for me. But I think I have confidence in myself and my abilities in terms of making stories and writing. I just want to learn more and learn as much as I can and be 100% ready. But me, I'm like, if I'm not prepared for something, I'm not going to do it. But I think you just need to step into stuff and do it, even if you aren't 100%. That's what I'm telling myself. But right now, I want to be as close to 100% as I can before I start my short film. But I'm going to have to get like funding and grants and sponsorships. So I need to learn how to do that and be able to market myself and talk about my projects. So that's a whole nother thing, and I have to make a production company name for my own production company. So there's a lot that goes into it, and yeah, I want to learn like camera lenses. I know about camera movements because I did some research about that, and for my own short film I did in May. The Cold Welcome that I wrote, I think it's really good, and it's going to be better as I revise it and add more stuff to it. It's very unique, like no one's ever thought about this specific thing before, so that's why I'm really excited about it. It's something new and fresh, and I think if I do it right, it's going to be a good start for me and just a good first project. First, because I won't count Home Cooked Meal because I wasn't working with other people, so this will be my first big project, and yeah, I'm just going to continue to work and film. Hopefully I can do something like assistant directing soon. That's where I want to go. So I can, really be a part of the main crew. But production assistant work isn't bad. I wouldn't say don't do it. I would say do it if you're on film. Just know that most of it you will be sitting around and waiting. I ask people, do you need any help? And they say no. And so I'm like, okay, that's mostly PAing. You're just asking people what they need from you, and then they tell you, okay, can you go get these boxes and put them over here? And then you do that, and you're like, finally, something to do, and then you get those boxes and put them over there, and then you don't have anything to do for the next 3 hours. That's kind of how it is. But I will say talk to people on set if you're on film or just in life in general. Talk to anyone and everyone and try to make those connections. And yeah, because I've been talking to more people lately, and those making more connections and meeting more people because I put myself out there. Like I said, acting for a year. I've been acting for 2 years, and I recently started crew work 2 months ago, and I've made more connections within this 2 months than I have in those 2 years because previously until recently I was never talking to people on set too much. I didn't get people's contacts or definitely ask for people's social medias. Even if you just met them 2 minutes ago, ask them for their social medias because there's people I worked with and we only had a minute to talk out of the whole 10 hours we were on set, and I never met them again, right? I don't know their name to look them up or nothing like that. So get people's names, get people's social medias, and talk to people, talk to anyone and everyone, and just fill people out. I was on a short film I did. I was a part of it, and I was assistant camera, so that was the first time I did assistant camera work. I was a slate, so the clapper person, and you write the things on there. I had that experience. Recently, just this past weekend, I was a PA, but I got leveled up to administrative PA, and so I was helping with the budgeting and the food and making the food for the crew and shopping for the food, and I liked that part of it. I like cooking. My channel is a lot of cooking videos, but I liked that part. That was fun. It gave me something to do. So, there's different things you can do within film. I'll let you know if I get any, like, main crew things, like assistant directing, maybe script supervising. Some people get into that. I'm, writing, like I said, I like writing. I've always loved writing, but I've never done, like, script writing until earlier this year. So I'm going to try to get better at that and learn how to format things. But that's it for that. Like I said, I did a good job on this acting gig. This was my last official acting gig and that I did on August 5th. So I turned that in on August 3rd or 4th or something like that. But that one I did, and I memorized all those pages. I was able to have a good performance, and no notes from the director. She's always said I've done a good job, so I'll believe it. That's it for this video. Thank you for listening, watching, and maybe there will be another one, or maybe I'll just continue to update you about my short film and my crew work, and maybe acting gigs if I find any. But thank you for watching this video, and I'll see ya.